is more than, that element is more than 100% of the landed cost at Mombasa. More than 100%. And that explains why it's cheaper in other countries, like Uganda. The Senator of Bungoma was telling me just now that when he visited my county, he found very many motorists going to Uganda, buying the petrol there and crossing over. And I'm quite sure at all the border points, that is what is happening, Madam Speaker, because the prices in those other areas are cheaper. Why are they cheaper? It's because I believe their taxes are not, the element of taxes and levies are not as high as they are here in Kenya. So, Madam Speaker, that's very, now, in fact, it's like almost 80%. And what is more painful, Madam Speaker, is that the amount raised will not necessarily help even the government, because we now hear that 70% of the collected revenue goes to payment of the external debt. That for every Kenya shillings 100 collected by Kenya Revenue Authority, 70 shillings will be used to pay the debt. So that goes to pay other things. Now, of these 30 shillings, we have been told, Madam Speaker, that 1/3 of it goes into corruption. So you're talking about in every 100 Kenya shillings, 20 shillings going to fund the government. And in I can tell you that the figures here somewhere, that the amount which has been paid in the last 2 months on the external debt in the last 2 months is far much more than the amount that has been paid or allocated by the government to government functions, ministries, agencies, corporations, and so on.
Thank you, Senator.
So the painful thing is this, that unless we tackle this issue in a very...
Time up, Senator.
10 minutes?
Yes. You have gone beyond 10 minutes.
But I'm Senator number 1, so I can move on another time.
I tell you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Senator Kilonzo Mutula Jr.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam Speaker, for the opportunity. I rise to support this motion to censure these two cabinet secretaries, and I hope I will not repeat what Professor Kindiki has ably represented. To the extent, Madam Speaker, that it's unfortunate that the two cabinet secretaries, and particularly Senator Keter, decided to address us from a press conference or gallery somewhere, which compounds the contempt they have for the Senate. Madam Speaker, let me say that I miss the previous Senate. The previous Senate had teeth. The chairpersons had teeth. The chairpersons of committees were not ignored. The chairpersons of committees currently are ignored constantly by cabinet secretaries. I recall a cabinet secretary calling me a lobbyist in the middle of a committee meeting because the chairperson could not even tell the cabinet secretary, behave yourself. We must admit the sin of omission is partly by the committees of the Senate. And why do I say so? I say so because, and I'm going to put it on record, that the information I have is that the petroleum levy fund was supposed to cushion Kenyans from these fuel prices, the fluctuations. But the statement I raised in March was floated by the committee. This is what happens when we treat these cabinet secretaries with kid gloves. The person who you are summoning takes a chopper, goes to his county, and doesn't care. I can tell you for free, it is possible that these cabinet secretaries have put their legs on their seats and they're watching us on TV because we look like we're in a Mexican soap opera. Senator Kindiki is right. They know we can't do anything. And this started the day we were supposed to censure a cabinet secretary and we walked out of this chamber. We left because for that particular time, it was politically correct. Now, it is affecting the people who elected you. And some of these cabinet secretaries think that by becoming so big and big heads, they're going to be elected governors. Some want to be presidents. Of which country? Which country are you talking about? It's unfortunate that the persons who are supposed to check government are grieving with the people who are supposed to be in government. The public is confused. Members of the Senate, when the police barricaded Parliament Road and we were discussing a contentious matter here, we adjourned and the Speaker ordered them to leave. And they left. The Speaker orders cabinet secretaries to come here, and they don't come. It is possible that some of them even call the office. I am aware that when we raise the questions about the judges, a very senior official even called the office to ask us why we were raising the question on the judges, the question that I raised on the appointment of judges. It's unfortunate. We must accept the blame. If my Kipchumba Murkomen took the fight of 2015, where we drafted a law to change some of this framework in the Constitution, we would have made some progress. But politics has changed, and everybody is not talking about the right thing. We are talking about our political side, whichever side it is. I have been in this Senate when cabinet secretaries have said they are busy. I have been in this Senate when cabinet secretaries have sent CASs. I've been in this Senate when cabinet secretaries don't issue a response. Madam Speaker, I have not had, or don't send anybody like this one. In fact, this was the worst. This one was the worst. And I don't know whether it's a committee of energy, but this was the worst. Normally, this cabinet secretaries send people to snoop, they send people to take photographs, they send all sorts of manner of people. In this one, there was nobody. But what is even worse, Madam Speaker, is that other cabinet secretaries even bother to respond in writing. Even little, the cabinet secretary of finance of Makueni, it is contempt against the people of Tharaka-Nithi. But let's ask the question, who is going to tell the king is naked?